court to God. The white man is the devil.
You see, I've been in here for a little minute. You know what I'm saying? And I see niggas, they like to talk a lot. They like to claim leadership. They like to claim this and that. You know what I'm saying? They like to be above what they really is and have authority. But they don't really need that authority. They don't really know what to do with that leadership. You understand? You hold hands with this white man. Need to stop and ask you to give a damn what you talk about. Don't give a fuck what you believe, nigga. Gotta stand up and serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. Yeah. See, everybody ain't with all that peace talk. Everybody ain't with all that let bygone be. Boy, your ass need to stop and ask you to profit. It's about to get serious. When they hit us with dope and kill us with crack, where the fuck with your leaders? I'm curious. He cashed out on your blood, traded you in and bought a new biz. Ask you the prophets, I tell you the scheme. If you don't wake up, you gon' die in your dreams. I say you won't tell you no more. I swear these crackers try to kill us slow. Just spoke to a nigga and fed he up for parole. Because of the COVID, it feel like the hoes in this world that don't go together. Know it's gold in the ghetto. I'm in the city blazing with my niggas. Just told the devil the score never settled. Yeah, see the prophets. I'm tired of these niggas keep talking about, you know, you respect my religion, I respect your religion. Boy, your ass need to stop and ask you the prophets. You know, like we all come together. Cause you know what I'm saying? They say God so loved the world. God so loved the world and boy, your ass need to stop and ask you the prophets. Don't give a damn what you talk about. Don't give a fuck what you believe, nigga. Gotta stand up to serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. Yeah. Hey, gentlemen, y'all, we don't pray on our knees, nigga. Gotta stand up. You know what I'm saying? Boy, your ass need to stop and ask you to one with step, I'm solid for show. To the fake niggas, stay silent, I got it, let's go. Let's go. I ain't taking no loss, ain't no talking when we got the flow. Ain't no peace, just play with your own. I'ma be loyal to the right arm. Tell him we can't keep it slate. And I can never let bygone be bygone. Got your baby mother on high. Got your baby pass through the fire. Ask you the prophets, that baby soul belong to the Lord. How dare you abort it? Devil will failure, bitch, I can afford it. I prepare slaughter, you bring me my water. Plus your leaders weak, let them lies slip through their teeth. Their ass need to stop and ask you the prophets.
That's just the reality, Christians. I'm sorry to hurt your feelings. I know your pastor lied to you every Sunday for 30 years, but that's what the church is for, lying. That's why they exist, to lie the money out of your pockets.
Boy, your ass need to stop and ask you to give a damn what you talk about. Don't give a fuck what you believe, nigga. Gotta stand up to serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. Gotta stand up to serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. Any man give his life for YAHANNA, Mashiach, and Christ, and fall up under that UPK banner. It's my brother and my blood, and I will die and kill for him if necessary. Go to ground, 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 go to ground. It's all about that warfare, boy. Give ground, give ground, back up, give ground, give ground, back up, give ground, give ground. It's all about that warfare, boy. Take ground, 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 take ground. My soldiers take ground till them stand down. Take ground, take ground, take ground, take ground, take ground, take ground, take ground. My soldiers take ground till them stand down. Take ground, take ground, take ground. Nah, this ain't no movement, this a takedown. We would not be moved or intimidated. We ain't the type. You got a problem, tell them cross the fucking line. My niggas ain't polite. Soldiers to the left and right. I die for every man body. Before I be a coward, I'd rather be a dead body. This will be my kingdom when the hour pass. You can either get with it or get flipped like an hourglass. We live by honor and no excuse. Just sit to pray up to the Lord. I told him, then let all the terrorists loose. Hold your tongue or get rebuked, cause you made a truce. With a race to make merchandise out of my abuse. Scared of who? You got your gun, then pull it. Me and my niggas start to argue, it's about who gon' bite the bullet. It gon' take round, take round, take round. Opponents better move slow. Attack dog for this truth. Nigga, cool yo. Go to ground, 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 go to ground. It's all about that warfare, boy. Give ground, give ground, back up, give ground, give ground, back up, give ground, give ground. It's all about that warfare, boy. Take ground, 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 take ground. My soldiers take ground till them stand down. Take ground, take ground, take ground, take ground, take ground, take ground, take ground. My soldiers take ground till them stand down.
All right, Shalom with the I.S.U.P.K. started at 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General YAHANNA. I'm Captain Karathia. You know, camp leader over the UK school. You know, Shalom to everyone in the chat. Like, share, subscribe, all I.S.U.P.K. social media. We got I.S.U.P.K. on Facebook, Periscope, Instagram, TikTok. Like, share, subscribe. In the class, I got Officer Mawasar, Trooper Radaya Allah, like, subscribe. Many programs in the school. Make sure you contact 079 607 46784, 079 607 46784. With that, also we got Monday at 394 Lodge Road, B18 5PW. Monday, Lodge Road, B18 5PW in Birmingham. We have the law class, Salakia. You know, the law class 7 to 9. Make sure you come down, learn the law. You can log in online as well on Facebook, YouTube. Make sure you log in online as well. You know what I mean? By Trooper, the Officer Mawasar will be teaching Monday 7 to 9. Officer Ariala, make sure you log into that. Get yourself deprogrammed. Ask all the questions. Learn the truth, man. Also Tuesday, which is the Brotherhood class from Manchester, Officer Tazapa 1, Officer Hour 1. You can watch that online as well. Wednesday, which is the history class by Officer Damgabar, 7 to 9. Make sure you watch that. Ask your questions, learn some good history, man. Some good UK history, worldwide history. Anything you want to know, you can make, you know what I mean, log into that as well. 7 to 9, 394 Large Road, B18 5PW. You can also log into you know, our TikTok as well. Thursday, which is scripture breakdown class, which is today. Any question you want to know on the Bible, you know, and bring it today. And Friday with the last one called Dash from Manchester as well, which you can participate in online as well as being there in person as well. Also, we have a podcast as well in the UK called On the Ends every Friday, 9 to 11, where we go over hot topics. So make sure you come into that as well. That's hard as well. So make sure, but a lot of things going on. So, you know, make sure you just get tapped into the UPK, man. You know what I mean? So with that, first things first, anyone got any questions? So like, Mawasa, you're echoing. Wait 1 second. Shalom, Hakayan. Yahabashimik Yashakata.
Shalom, Yahabashikata.
Okay.
Are we live, sir?
Can't be live. Any questions?
At the moment, sir.
Let me see.
It's 1 Corinthians 7 verse 19.
Someone get me 1 Corinthians 7:19, Baba Kushar. No. Oh. 1 Corinthians 7:19, Baba Kushar. Anyone? You just want a breakdown, yeah?
Yeah, 1 Corinthians 7:19. Circumcision is nothing, and uncircumcision is nothing.
Okay. We done?
But the keeping of the commandments of God.
Okay. So it's 1 Corinthians. What was that again? 1 Corinthians?
1 Corinthians 7 verse 19, sir.
Okay. So the people, what you got here is there was people that was born in the land of Israel that never missed a Passover. You know what I mean? Never missed a feast of dedication, never missed a feast of atonement. And there's brothers that come in afterwards, like us. We come in the truth after what? Not being circumcised. We come in the truth after what? Celebrating Christmas. So there's a beef going on. Brothers thought they was better than brothers that weren't circumcised. Brothers thought they was better than brothers that weren't born in the truth. And Paul said, listen, it's done. All that's in the past. Because you're circumcised, don't make you better than a man uncircumcised. because you're uncircumcised, don't make you worse than a man who is circumcised. And why did Paul say that to anyone else?
So men didn't think that they was like, you know, more superior than the other brothers.
And so Paul said, listen, being circumcised means nothing, but you must keep the commandments of Christ. That's what Paul's saying. There was a group of people in the Bible that were circumcised. Does anyone know who they are? Well,
Abraham was circumcised.
That's true. But Christ, absolutely right. The answer is the scribes and Pharisees. Remember, scribes and Pharisees were circumcised alike. And then the same men told the scribes and Pharisees were circumcised, and they were going to kill a woman for committing adultery and not giving her no forgiveness. The scribes and Pharisees lied in court, man, and said, this man's a blasphemer. I got man to punch up Christ. The scribes and Pharisees said, I saw Christ blaspheming and got an innocent man killed, man. Used to try to come against Christ and trap him up. Used to beat up the disciples of Christ and get them whipped. And they were circumcised. So Christ saying, listen, because you got, you know, some meat off your rod snipped off, that don't mean nothing, man. That don't mean nothing. Like Captain Mashak said, blacks and Hispanics and Native Indians and religious people, we like to buy God. Why? Because buying God is easier than bearing that burden. See, paying your tithes is easier than not smoking weed. You know, everyone got a few extra pounds in the pocket. It's easier just to buy God. It's easier just to get your rod snipped. It's easier just to go to church on Sunday. But God don't want that. God wants obedience. And Paul said, listen, it don't make it any better because, you know, you got your rod snipped. The Lord wants you to keep his commandments. That would make you a better person. To fight that drug addiction, to fight that weed addiction, cigarette addiction, porn addiction. That's what the Lord wants. Not a man boasting because he got less meat on his rod. We done.
Verse 20. Let every man abide in the same calling wherein he was called.
All right. Let me go couple verses above. All right, cool. That pretty much answers. That's the question. That's what Paul's saying. Listen, being uncircumcised don't make it better than no one who's circumcised. That's what Paul's getting at. Just like being born in the truth don't mean anything. Because why? You can leave the truth. You don't have bragging right because you was born in the truth. Because you can leave it tomorrow. You can leave it tomorrow, man. And a man that wasn't born in the truth could stay and endure to the end. You know what I mean? Any other questions? Any question with that?
Yeah.
Go ahead, me.
Deuteronomy.
Yeah, Deuteronomy.
Twitter, 23 and 7. I've got now this some Christian trying to, you know, kind of come telling me about this. Obviously, Edomites, this and that. I think he's an Edomite. I don't know. It was online, isn't it?
Mm.
So I just wanted to just get this one.
23 and 7, yeah?
Yeah.
All right. Baba Kashar, please.
Book of Deuteronomy, 23 and 7. Thou shalt not abhor an Edomite.
Okay. So the Bible goes, thou shalt not abhor an Edomite. So I'm pretty sure he's saying that you must love oppressors.
Yeah, basically.
Okay, now what you gotta do? What does the word abhor mean?
Does it, Salakia, I think it, if I may, so, is it mean not to do as they do?
That's right. To abhor means to physically treat someone with harm. Listen, all you hear all the time is, the Bible goes, don't abhor an Edomite, but yet you be saying, oppressor the devil. You say you're going to put him in slavery. If you followed your own Bible, you wouldn't be abhorring Edomite. We're not abhorring nobody, man. We're talking the truth. Hate, love is what? An action. And what is hate? An action also. Hate ain't bad words. Hate ain't a frown and a screw face. Hate ain't I don't like you. Hate, you know what hate is? It's hanging black people on trees.
That's
hate
right.
is what? Not giving black people jobs. Hate is what? Putting drugs in black people's neighborhoods. Hate is what? Cramming black people into council states. We don't do that. We just open the Bible and let them know what their fate will be. You ever heard that saying, the difference between racism and discrimination? You ever heard that before? Exactly. Racist. Black people can't be racist because why? We don't not give white people jobs. We don't beat a white. We don't have a police force that's for white people. But a black man can be prejudiced, become racist. I like what you're reading here and what we do is two different things. We don't hate oppressors. We work for them, build their economy. What we do is teach the Bible, and we like them. We don't abhor them. So read that again.
Thou shalt not abhor an Edomite.
That's right. The UPK, we don't abhor no Edomite, man. You don't see us leading rallies like what the Palestinians are doing. You don't see us spray painting over their buildings. You don't see us, fighting them or nothing. We don't, man. We don't abhor them. A day is coming where a black man called Christ is going to declare war against our oppressors. Then we have the right to fight against them. Let me tell you something, man. If you go and lock a man up, it's kidnap. But when that man needs to be locked up by law, it's not kidnap no more. If you kill someone, it's murder. But if you declare war against them, then you kill their soldiers, they kill yours. It's not murder no more. And black man, if you harm an oppressor, that is murder. But let me tell you something, black man. The day Christ comes back and declares war, he won't be murdered then. It's going to be warfare, man. It's going to be warfare. It won't be murder. Keep it in. We done?
For he is thy brother.
Mm-hmm.
Thou shalt not abhor an Egyptian, because thou was a stranger in his land.
And this scripture shows how more of a devil the white man is, Salakia. Shows how more of a devil he is. Imagine while he's raping and lynching and cutting bellies open. Guess what? In our book, we got a law that we could never harm him. Can you imagine that? This man, he didn't even say, you know what? Not now, I'll do it later. This man didn't say, you know what? Let's show them some grace, man. In his law, in his culture, in the word of God, he got laws that show us some love, man. Show us some mercy. Which shows that what he's more of a devil, man. He will harm someone that got laws to love him and to not harm him and not do him like he did us. And did he care? No. It proves that he's more of a devil, man. If a devil pulled that scripture, he should not pull that, man. That scripture shows how much more of a devil his people are. You mean tell me while you was lynching me, I would never, we got laws saying that we would never harm you. We got laws that we would never declare war against you. We would never do you wrong as a nation of people. Meanwhile, did you care? This shows that the white man is the devil more, man. Oppressing the devil, the more, man. Any more questions? No? Any questions online?
Sir.
Any more questions? No? Let's just get into it. All right. Someone give me Leviticus, the 11th chapter. Baba Kushar. So locked up. Right. Let's get into it. So, when you go to the laws of being clean, then I'm going to go in history and show you that, listen, if we kept these laws, people, we know about, like, today we know about COVID-19, and I'm going to show you that COVID-19 couldn't have happened if we kept the laws. I'm going to go back in time and show you some old plagues as well, and guess what? These things wouldn't happen either if we kept God's laws, man. So I'm going to give you Leviticus 11, start from verse 1, Baba Kashar.
Unto Aaron, saying unto them, speak unto the children of Israel, saying, these are the beasts which ye shall eat among all the beasts that are on the earth.
The Lord saying to Moses, tell your brother Aaron and tell the children of Israel, these are the beasts that they can eat. Do you notice the Lord is speaking to nobody else? This is why all nations break out in plagues. And when we was in our land, we never, man. This is why all nations living under chaos, and we wasn't. Why? Because we had the rules, we had the secrets of life that they didn't have, man. And the Lord said, tell Moses, tell us that there's beasts of the field that we can eat, and there's beasts of the field that we can't eat, man. A beast is what? A four-legged animal, like a dog, a lion, a bear. Those are beasts, man. And some that we can eat, and some that we can't eat. So like a mouse, turn me down in your volume. I'm hearing myself echo.
Okay.
Go on there.
Sound better?
Leviticus 11:1.
The book of Leviticus 11, verse 1. And the Lord spake unto Moses and unto Aaron, saying unto them, Speak unto the children of Israel, saying, These are the beasts which ye shall eat among all the beasts that are upon the earth.
So you go. So Blackman, that whole lie about you can pray over it, man, it's fine. It's a lie. The Bible goes, these are the beasts that you can eat, meaning there's beasts of the field that you can't eat, man. Keep it in.
Verse 3. Whatsoever passeth the hoof, and is cloven footed, and cheweth the cud among the beasts, ye shall eat.
So anything that chews the cud and anything that got split hoof, yeah, you can skip down to verse 19.
Verse 19, Leviticus 11, verse 19. And the stork, the Aaron, after her kind, and the lapwing.
So the stork, the heron, after their kind, these are unclean birds that you can't eat. A stork is what? Is that bird with the long skinny legs. And the hawk is what? A bird up here. Them birds you can't eat. Keep it in.
And the bat.
And the what?
And the bat.
And the bat. That's in the Bible, man. And they say COVID-19 happened. Why? Because they was eating bats in Wuhan, China, man. They was eating bats and the pangolin in Wuhan, China. And that's why these plagues happen. Let me tell you something, Black man. Disobeying the law that brings all these plagues, man. Look at HIV. Look at AIDS. How do you get AIDS, man? By sinning. There's no man that got AIDS. Why? Because, someone sneezed in his face. You get AIDS from what? Sharing needles, man. You get AIDS from being a sexual deviant, man. 2 men having sex or women sleeping around. There's no man that gets it by accident or slips without on a needle or something, man. The Lord showing you that guess what? Sinners get these diseases, man. These diseases are plagues for sinners, man. That's what the Lord's telling us. So let's move on anyways. Let's go back to the past. Let's rewind a bit. Let's go back in time, Salakia. Can everyone see this? Are you able to see that, Hakayan?
Good one, Khan. The Great Plague of London, lasting from 1665 to 1656.
Bear me a second.
Khan, sir.
Oh, yeah. I started it. I can hear it echo. No sweat. If you could read that again, Baba Kashar.
Good one, Khan, sir. The Great Plague of London, lasting from 1665 to 1666, was the last major epidemic of the bubonic plague to occur in England.
Okay, so long before COVID-19, pandemics ain't new. Long before COVID-19, there was something called the Great Plague of London. There was something called the bubonic plague, and it was sweeping through all of Europe. But when it came to London, it became the Plague of London, with people dying by the thousands, man. When you read the Ring of Roses, Pocket Full of Posies, talking about the Great Plague of London, man. The roses was what? The rashes you get on your face. And the posies was what? Good luck charms. People thought, I had good luck charms, I put them in my pocket and it would keep the bad germs away. England stank so much, people put posies in a handkerchief and put it over their nose because they believe if I breathe in this good, nice, fragrant air, it won't kill me. They thought the dirty air was giving them the plague. So if I breathe in perfume air, I'll be nice. That's where Ring of Roses, Pocket Full of Posies come from. A tissue, we all fall down. Talking about we got the disease now, man. That's where it comes from. Let's talk about the Great Plague of London. There was pandemics long before, and guess what? These pandemics happened. Why? Because the breaking of God's laws, man.
Right. Khan. It happened within the centuries long. Salakia. It happened within the centuries long second pandemic, a period of intermittent bubonic plague epidemics that originated in Central Asia in 1331. Khan, the first year of the Black Death, and included related diseases such as the
pneumonic plague. Anyone heard the word pneumonia? Pneumonic.
Oh, right.
These are things that attack your lungs, man.
Right.
When you have a liquid on your lungs, that's pneumonia. It's a pneumonic plague. Imagine that. Imagine in the 1600s, man, when medicine wasn't good like it was today, wisdom wasn't good like it was today, and you got this plague, and you don't know where it comes from, and you can't fight it. Let me tell you something. Pneumonia ain't a joke in 2023, man. So imagine how it was in the 1600s, man. I'm gonna show you that this Black Death, which they call it, this plague, bubonic plague, happened. Why? Because they disobeyed of God's laws, man. Read on.
Quran Khan, and the septimic plague or Semitic plague, which lasted until 1750. The Great Plague killed. You've gone too far. The one. Oh, Slacky, no, you haven't. The Great Plague killed an estimate of 100,000 people, almost a quarter of London's population in 18 months.
Damn. Look at that, a quarter of London's population. So what? 3/3 were left. So a quarter of the population dead in 18 months, man. In what, a year and a half? In a year and a half, a quarter dead. Why? We're gonna find out why. You know what I mean? What happened was England was dirty and disgusting, man, and didn't know nothing about hygiene. And rats came to England, and these rats had fleas in their fur, man. And the fleas would bite you and cause all types of diseases, man. And England couldn't find out what the problem was until the Great Fire of London came, which burned everything, including the rats, man. The Great Fire of London. Go on.
So, like it proves, that these people are a deaf adder, as the Bible says, because they should know from the plagues before, like you're talking about now, that, you know what I mean, you can't yam bats and rats and things like that. They should have known that from these times here. Salakia.
And guess what? They're going to keep eating bats and rats, man. And the Lord's going to keep bringing more plagues. The oppressor's proud. Let me tell you something about the oppressor. This man is the proudest man I've ever seen on the face of the earth, man. He believes that he's better than God. God makes AIDS for sexual deviants, man. And this man does what? Makes a cure.
Come.
God causes COVID-19, man. The COVID-19 showing, listen, we got to stop eating bats, man. But this man makes what? This man makes a cure.
If I may, sir.
He makes a vaccine, so people think, well, I can carry on. I don't have to stop my lifestyle. I can carry on because I can take the cure. When the Lord's going to show you something, man. But this man thinks that I can keep doing it. He's going to keep doing it until the Lord brings more plagues and more plagues and more plagues, man. It's like, okay.
If I may, sir, there's a program on TV where these two Edomites travel around the world eating all different types of unclean meat, you know. All of them. So what you're saying there, when you're saying they're proud, man, they're just it's like they don't learn. Salakia.
Proud, man.
They don't.
Proud animals, man, that think that they're better than God. They think they got the cure. God causes disasters, and they try to say, listen, we got the cure for that, man. We got the remedy for that. But anyway, we done.
So lucky. Oh, Khan. Yeah, I can't see it.
So like I took it off. Bear with me 2 seconds.
No, sir. The plague was caused by Yersinia pestis bacterium.
Okay, so the plague was caused by Yersinia pestis bacterium. Anyone knows anything about diseases? Diseases all have Latin names. You know, one day I was bored of looking it up. And asthma is a Latin word which means heavy breathing. Diabetes is a Latin word which means sweetness. You know what I mean? All your body parts are all Latin. Your cerebellum, your bones, your triceps, so they're all Latin words. So that's what it's saying, that Yersinia pestis bacterium. It's a Latin word where bacterium. The word bacterium is a Latin word. The word pest, remember it came from pest, came from rats, come from the word pestis. That's what it's saying basically. But carry on.
Quran, which is usually transmitted to a human by the bite of a flea, or is it lice or louse?
A louse. So you got head lice. A louse is singular. You got mouse and then mice. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So a louse is a flea is a singular. A flea is singular for fleas, and a louse is singular for a louse. And people dying. Why? Because they were getting bitten by these lice that on these mice. Rats, luckier. They were dying. And let's find out how these rats came about in the first place. We done?
Quran Khan. The 16 65 to 1666 epidemic was on a much smaller scale than the earlier Black Death pandemic. It became known afterwards as the Great Plague, mainly because it was the last widespread outbreak of the bubonic plague in England during the 400-year second pandemic.
So look at that. Pandemics ain't new. The Lord stays. Lucky man. Drinking it went down the wrong pipe. The Lord been bringing plagues, man, to people that disobey Him. A pandemic is when what? Pan means all. Like when people talk about Pan Africa, it means all of Africa, man. A pandemic is an epidemic that happens to all of Europe or all the world, man. And this happened. The Lord brought it to all the European countries. Why? Because the Lord showing you, listen, not to mess with Him, man. Read on, Baba Kushar.
Qadwan Khan. The plague was endemic. The plague was endemic in 17th century London, as it was on the other European cities at the time.
So again, it works in England. England all talk about, the Great Plague of London, the Great Plague of London. Let me tell you something, it wasn't just England, man. It was in Spain, Russia, you know what I mean? All them types of places there. It's obviously with England being so prideful and thinking they're better than all the other countries. You know England's prideful. When do Brexit, separate themselves, they believe they're the richest and they're the strongest currency. They only talk about theirs because they think theirs is the only one that matters. But let me make no mistake, man, the Lord was punishing all them Edomite countries, man, all them European countries, man. Killing.
So like you said, if I may, when it says the plague was endemic, what does that mean, sir, if I may? 1
second. Someone get the word endemic in the dictionary, Bob Kashar. I might be sure myself. Okay, so luck, yeah.
All right.
I'm a walking dictionary, but there's some words I don't know myself, so luck, yeah.
All right, understood, sir.
So got it. Read this if you could.
It's a regular occurring disease within the area.
Okay. So an endemic is a regular occurring disease. So what it's saying is, in the 17th century, it was normal to have this. Just like what? Right. Remember 2 years ago, it was normal to have COVID-19. It was normal. Right. It was so normal that you have a COVID test. It was so normal everyone had a mask. If you died, 9 out of 10, it was COVID-19, man. You know what I mean? It was so normal. You cough, everyone, whoa, is that the COVID? Is that this? 2 meters in every shop. Everyone got a mask, everyone got a test. You got a cough. Yo, mate, I think you should take the COVID test. Yeah, just to see, man. It's been the safe side, man. That's what it means. So what I say, the plague was normal. The normal plague in the 1700s, meaning while everyone was dying, dropping like flies, it was normal for, someone to have it in your family. It was normal that, you know someone. They said that everyone knows someone that died of COVID-19, which is crazy. Because before that, they said that everyone knows someone on crack. Because every black person knows at least one person on crack. And I was like, hold on, I don't. And then they said every person lost someone they even know or lost someone close to them to COVID-19. And I can say that's true for myself anyway. I've known people that, or known other people that died of COVID-19. Why? Because it's normal, it's endemic in the 21st century. And the plague was endemic in the 17th century. We done?
Qadwan Khan. The disease periodically erupted into massive epidemics. There were 30 deaths due to the plague There were 30,000 deaths due to the plague in 1603. Damn. 35,000 in 1625 and 10,000 in 1636, and smaller numbers in other years.
Okay, so the numbers started to go down over the years. But this is the part I want to get to. Read that, Baba Kushar.
Qadwan Khan. In the late 1664, a bright comet was seen in the sky, and people of London became fearful, wondering what evil event have portended.
So I don't know if this is of the Lord or not. I'm not sure. You know what I mean? But just before the Great Plague, a comet came in the sky, and everyone in London was like, yo, what does this mean? What evil's going to come upon us, man? And lo and behold, a year later, Slakia, this epidemic came, killing everybody. Everyone died of the plague. Everyone was dropping like flies. You was lucky if you survived it, man. Keep it in.
Can't. London at the time was a city of about 448 acres surrounded by a city wall that had originally been built to keep out raiding bands.
So London wasn't as big as it is today. It had a wall around it to keep away people trying to raid it. A band is just an army. You know what I mean? It had a wall around it to keep out raiding bands. We done?
Khan. And in the south, by the River Thames, there were gates in the wall at Ludgate, Newgate, Aldersgate, Cripplegate, Moorgate, Bishopsgate, and Aldgate.
Keep it in.
So, and the Thames was crossable at London Bridge.
Just like today, you can cross the Thames at London Bridge, but today even better because today you can cross the Thames at what? Vauxhall Bridge, Tower Bridge, London Bridge. There's many different bridges where you can cross the Thames. At that time, it was just London Bridge. That's where you could cross the Thames. You want to get from north to south or central to south, the London Bridge was the only means at that time. Keep it in.
Khan. In the poorer parts of the city, filled with overcrowded tenements and garrets, hygiene was impossible to maintain.
So the poorer parts of the city had what? Tenements and garrets. Tenement is like a rented accommodation. It's full of tenements and garrets. The poor parts today will be what? The council estates, man, with Brixton and Tottenham and all them places there. Keep it in.
Hygiene was impossible to maintain.
And hygiene was so like hygiene. So it's up there. We find out how this happened, man. Because hygiene was impossible to maintain, man. People weren't cleaning, things weren't clean. That's why the rats came. And when the rats came, they came with them lice, they came with them fleas, and that's why people's getting bitten, man. A doctor back then had dirty hands. You know why? Because he believed the dirt would create a barrier from the plague in him. We know today that to keep clean. Guess what? The Bible says to keep clean. The Bible says when a man said to the woman to wash your clothes, man. The Bible said before the priest of the service to wash your clothes, man. But the oppressor thinks he knows it all, man. And that's why he gets these plagues. Keep it in.
There was no sanitation.
No sanitation, man. There was no drains. There was no sewers. There was no one washing and street sweepers, man. Back then, there was no toilets to flush. So a man would just do his business in a bucket, man, and throw it out, man. You see the movies like Oliver Twist, them old English films. Throw a bucket outside, man. And that's why what? That's why the plague happened, man.
So lucky, so
go on.
They're still like that now. You go to in a pub to go to a toilet, and them Edomites they don't wash their hand, you know, and they're holding on to the thingy, the handle and thing, and then I'm like, nah, mother, I'm just gonna get a bit of tissue, pick it up first, and open it. You know what I mean?
You know I'm laughing because you're not the first person to say that. A man looked in my eyes and said, Edomites don't wash their hands, you know. He said it like it was facts. I was like, how can you say such a thing? He didn't even say the ones I've seen. He goes, they don't wash their hands. I mean, seriously, don't wash their hands. So I have to laugh because you're the first man to say that, man. I don't watch him, but I heard when they go to the toilet, it's in, out. Don't watch nothing, man. You get me?
And they want to shake your hand as well afterwards, other one. They want to shake your hand afterwards. Like outside in the street, you know, like they try to be polite and stuff and want to shake your hand. And nah, bro. That's why we fist bump. Ain't that right, sir?
That's right. We wouldn't be rubbing up hands and all them stuff there. Guess what? Since COVID, the oppressor said, listen, we gotta find a new way to greet each other instead of shaking hands. He goes, let's do a fist bump. Like, you lot are late, man. We've been doing a fist bump, man. Late, man. So lucky, yeah.
Yeah, there was no sanitation and open.
Carry on.
And open drains flowed along the center of the winding streets. The cobbles were slippery with animal droppings, rubbish.
Look at that, man.
And slots.
The cobbles. Anyone know what cobbled floor is? You know what cobbled floor is? You ever seen it? Remember that? You're probably too young, but you remember the show The Bill? Remember the show? Remember that show The Bill? Of course. You remember the bill? And at the end of the bill, you see two police legs walking, the man and the female, and they're walking on cobbled floor. Concrete. Saying the cobbled floor was full of animal feces, man. Remember back then there was no cars, so you had horses, and the horses need to, let it out, man, and no man will clean it up, man. Let me tell you something. The law gets that in the Bible, man. If you could be dark, get me Deuteronomy 23 and 13, Baba Kushar.
You gotta stand up.
In fact, you know what? Start from 11.
Book of Deuteronomy 23, verse 11. For it shall be the evening coming on, he shall wash himself with water.
There you go. So this is talking about a man in the camp, man. In our army, even when a man's at war, this man must wash himself. If a man goes out to war and fighting and killing people and unclean, he gotta come back and wash himself, man. The Bible goes, wash yourself with water. That's in our laws. You won't find that in no one else's laws, man. You won't find it in our Hamites' laws. How are we Hamites when our laws are different from them? These men drink blood. These men wash themselves with cow piss, man.
That's right.
Goes, wash yourself with water, man. That's how you keep yourself clean. We done?
And when the sun is down, he shall come into the camp again.
And when the sun goes down, he can come in the camp again, man. It's a new day now, man. It's fresh, man. All the bad air and germs is come off him now, man. He can come in now fresh, man. Keep it in.
Verse 12. Thou shalt have a place also without the camp.
And the Bible goes, you shall have a place also without the camp, man. Without is an old English word which means outside. You should have a place also outside the camp. Look how clean we are, man. We got a place outside, like what? Your toilet, your bathroom is a place separate from your home, man. Separate from where you do all your stuff for your washing and so forth. We are that in the Bible, man. You know what I mean? The Bible goes, you have a place outside the camp, man. You got everyone in the camp working all together. You know what I mean? Feast days, the whole 9. You got a place outside, man, where a man can go. Where if a man's unclean, he can go. If a woman's unclean, there she can go, man. Separate. The oppressor calls that quarantine today, man. Separation, like it's something new. We've been had that, man. Keep it in.
Wherever thou shalt go forth abroad.
Keep it in.
Verse 13. And thou shalt have a paddle upon thy weapon.
Read that again.
And thou shalt have a paddle on thy weapon.
And the Bible goes, thou shalt have a paddle upon your weapon. Anyone know what a paddle is? You're muted, Akim. You're all muted.
A paddle, like
a paddle's like a spade, man, or a knife. So on your weapon, you got a little spade or something. We're gonna find out what that spade's for. We done?
And it shall be when thou wilt ease thyself abroad. Okay,
so the Bible goes, you need a paddle on your weapon so that when you want to ease yourself. What does it mean to ease yourself? Does anyone know?
Slow yourself down, maybe?
Nah, man.
No.
Come on, man. On top, man. You got a paddle on your weapon. You know what I mean? You're in camp, you're in war, we got battle, man. Does that mean because we're at war, we're in camp, we're in the garrison, the church together, does that mean there needs to be doo-doo everywhere and piss everywhere and rubbish everywhere? Even at camp we're clean.
Right.
And the law that even when we're at war, on your weapon, have a spade so that when you ease yourself. Well, you might have been bursting before. And when you let it out, ease yourself, man. You know about that? You may know about that cold chill. You know that cold chill? You know the cold chill? When you got to let it out, man. When your belly's hurting you, you got to go to the toilet, you got to ease it out, man. The Bible goes, there's like a paddle on your weapon so that when you want to ease yourself, when you want to use the toilet, the bathroom, the restroom, the gents, we done?
Thou shalt dig.
Thou shalt what?
Thou shalt dig.
Thou shalt dig, man. Dig a hole, open up a hole, man. Read.
Therewith.
Dig therewith, read.
And shalt turn back the cover that which cometh from thee.
The Bible goes, dig a hole, man, and turn it over, man. Cover that which comes from you. What's that which comes from you? The feces, man. The urine that comes from you, man. That's how clean we were, man. In our camp, there wasn't no man stepping on, there wasn't no horse doo-doo everywhere and people stepping over it, man. Which means what? Hakian, it wasn't no horse doo-doo and there wasn't no urine everywhere. What couldn't we get in Israel? What couldn't we get?
You could never get diseases, ever. Never.
On top of that, what couldn't you get? in specific. I hope, listen, if you don't eat bats, if we can't eat bats, it's not in our law. So we can never get COVID-19. Wuhan, China might get it. We would never get it. Now, if we was in charge and burying our excrement and so forth, what couldn't we have got? What they got in England and all over Europe?
I can't be specific with the disease that you're talking about, but I know it's a disease.
We couldn't have got the plague of London. It would have never happened in Israel. Never in a million years. Why? Because we don't have. We're not slipping on cobble floors because there's excrement everywhere. That don't happen to us, man. We cover it over. Remember, this is long before sewers, man. Sewers are way underground. Long before there was sewers, we still was putting our feces underground. Still was putting our waste underground, man. So like this is.
Okay, and even when it comes to like health, one time I learned that hand washing wasn't a thing with doctors. Like that come into play like the early 1900s where they'd wash their hands between patients. So the one surgeon could go to surgery and not wash his hands, go somewhere else. But like hand washing.
And that's true. Sister goes, hand washing wasn't even a regular practice until recently. You know, I heard that hand washing wasn't really regular to the 60s, man. Back then, doctors didn't wear gloves. You know, people told me how back then everyone smoked. It was a thing to smoke in like the 50s and stuff. And the dentist would put his like smoking fingers in your mouth, man. These things, it's a big thing to the oppressor right now. To him, it's wow, it's science. But to us, it's just the Bible, man. It's just the Bible. We wouldn't have no bubonic plague and no plague of London. We wouldn't be dropping like flies. We wouldn't have COVID-19 and your grandparents gasping for air and, you know, worried about is there any machines to keep them alive and so forth. We wouldn't have that, man. Why? Because we are the laws on being clean, man. So like, read that about Kushar. Slaki muted.
Slaki said the cobbles were slippery and the animal and with animal droppings, rubbish and the slops thrown out of houses. They were muddy and buzzing with flies in the summer, and aware with sewage in winter.
Look at that,
Salakia, and wash with sewage in winter.
And this is how they were living, man. This is how they were living. I want to call black people savages, man. Want to call black people savages, and this is how they was living, man. And in the Bible, we don't live like this. In the Bible, we're clean, man. We're clean and proper. And the priest washes clothes just before the priest does the service. He washes his clothes, man. And the Bible talks about baptism. Baptism is what cleaning, being clean, man. And the Lord put this in place. Why? So we don't have plagues like these people right here, man. Keep reading, Baba Kushar.
Come on. So like I said, if I may,
go on.
Do you remember when I remember this black woman in Birmingham? I think someone got her on TikTok or a video, right? As soon as the plague came, right? Sorry, the COVID-19, she got her wipes that she brought with her, holding onto the poles, wiping it all down as she's coming off the bus. You know what I mean? I'll tell you what, black women, cleanest women I know, man. Like,
you know, it's mad. People try and make. Have you noticed people try and make black people feel stupid for being clean? They make it like you're overreacting. They make it like black people want to wash their chicken. What's wrong with them? Black people want to wash their rice. They make it like something's wrong with you. Nothing's wrong with being clean, man. Remember they say, there's no need to wash your chicken. And they put a sticker on the chicken with a tap, with the don't do sign. And they make like, what's wrong with these black people, man? In school, they just go, you know what I mean? You don't need to wash the rice. It's already clean. No, it's not, man. What's wrong with us wanting it to be clean? Not because you're dirty. You don't mean we got to be dirty. We're clean people, man.
Right.
They said that the only reason to wash your rice is what, to get the starch out of it. Excuse me, I was trying to get this shit clean. Sorry, the starch ate my worries. I'm trying to get this shit clean, man. You know what I mean? They make out like, something wrong with you. Try to downplay it. Something wrong with you. What's wrong with you, man? You're washing the chicken. What's wrong with you soaking it in vinegar? Stop being ridiculous. If you watch Gordon Ramsay's show or any of them shows, they just bust it out the packet, you know, straight in there. All that to you is normal. The whole lemon and vinegar and lime, rubbing it and getting it in. To you, it's normal, but to them, they're looking at you like, what the hell is he doing? What is he doing with the bread knife, getting all the guts out? And guys, he's overdoing it, man. That's what they think. They think black people being silly, and they even come with their laws, man. These are the laws. You shouldn't wash too much. You shouldn't wash this every day. You shouldn't this, like all them things to make us feel silly, man. Try and make us act like we're overreacting. We're just saying you can never be You can never overreact when it comes to being clean, man.
That's
You man
right.
underreact. Look, you got the plague, man. It's a luck,
That's
yeah?
right.
Ice-T's wife, Coco. You saying how I wash sometimes and you hear that? I can't remember how she. You watch it. What she say again?
I never
When
heard that.
Yeah, you remember? Sorry, sis.
Watch sometime.
Ashton Kutcher and his wife will say they wash their kids when they start to smell them.
Yeah, they go. Yeah, they said Ashton Kutcher goes and starts to wash his kids when he starts to smell them, and they made. You ever heard? You watch the movie when the man and woman about to have sex, and the woman goes, "I'm gonna go freshen up." And that's a white man thing, man. Freshen up means I ain't washed from morning, but Tuesday we got back to intimate. Even just box look, even just pat, even just spray up, man. That's a white man thing, man.
If I may, sir, right?
Well,
There's a saying called, if you lie down with dogs, you catch fleas, right? So when you lay down with these Edomites, right? Trust me, you start picking up their ways, you know. You know what I mean? You start picking up their ways and you lose yourself. A black man will lose themselves in a white woman, sir. So like you.
Trust me, we call it foreign style. You get me? You have to pick up some foreign style, man. And do some things, man, that you shouldn't be doing, man. So luck, yeah. Start eating from them and thinking, oh, it's okay, man. You know, the chicken ain't clean, puppies, guts in there, and all types of nastiness, man. It's like if you could be where you at, like you sure. Carry on with yeah.
Verse 14. For the Lord thy God walking in the midst of thy camp.
There you go. The Lord's walking amongst us, man. The Lord's with us, the angels around us, protecting us, man. Come on, man. You gotta make sure everything's clean, everything looks good, man. The Lord's with us, man. You can't have brothers around there stepping in, you know, excrement and all type of things. That's not how we roll. And it's mad. It shows the spirit how all these things could be happening and no one cared about it. It was normal, just life. It shows how they are, man. Because black man, we can't live like that, man. We don't roll like that, man. Your nastiest brother, the nastiest brother ain't nasty like this, man. It's lucky anymore. Well, read on.
To deliver thee and to give up thy enemies before thee.
Come on.
Thou shalt thy camp be holy.
And therefore your camp shall be holy. Keep reading.
That he shall no unclean thing in there.
There you go, man. We're clean people, man. Listen, you brothers know, man. Akayan, what do we have in the UPK? What do we have as part of our camp equipment, man? When we're at war, when we're at camp, what do we have as part of our camp equipment, man? Anyone, you brothers must know.
Don't we have the medic bag as well?
No, what do we have, man? You've seen it 1,000 times, man.
What is that?
You don't know.
Mama son, help me out now.
Come on, Reda, you must know, man. The Bible goes, keep your camp clean. And we have camp too, man. We're at war too, man.
Oh yeah.
We're in the street. We're on the street. There you go, man. We have a dustpan and brush at camp, man.
And bins as well.
We're not at camp blazing. The Lord's walking amongst us, and there's bin bags right behind us, and dirt and cigarette butts. Nah, man. When we're doing the work of the Lord, when we're at camp, we make sure it's clean too, man. We make sure our camp's tidy too, man. It's part of our camp equipment. Make sure everything's clean, man. Dustpan and brush. No cigarette butts are going to be on the floor when we're doing the work of the Lord. When these holy priests are at work, man. Nah. You got to brush up that, man. Put that away, man. That's how we roll, man. Why? Because the Bible says so. If you could, I read on Baba Kashar.
Come on, counsel. Sorry, just chill. The city corporation employed rakers to remove the worst of the filth, and it was transported to mounds outside the walls, where it accumulated and continued to decompose. So the city tried to help it. They got men that will rake up all the mess and bag it up and put it outside the city. But then guess what you had? You had heaps of mess, which still decomposed. When the right thing would be to bury it, man. So they went for having doo-doo everywhere, to having mountains of doo-doo. You got to bury it, man. And it still started to decompose. We done? Kodawan Khan, the stench was overwhelming. The people walked around with handkerchiefs.
Imagine that. The stench was overwhelming. Imagine us walking. Imagine like walking. Imagine walking the sewer, man, or walking in a dump yard or something, man. And it stinks, man. Stinks everywhere you go. You go left, right, up the road, down the road. It stinks. That was the smell of London back then. It stinks, overwhelming. This is how bad it was. You know when you read a pocket full of poses, this is where it comes from. Read that part again.
Qadwan Khan, the stench was overwhelming, and people walked around with handkerchiefs or nosegays pressed against their nostrils.
There you go. And people had handkerchiefs with like flowers in there or roses in there, pressed against their face to smell, you know, they rather smell perfume than to smell the air outside, man. That's how bad that's how they were living. Keep it in.
Qadwan Khan, some of the city's necessities, such as coal, arrived by barge, but most came by road. Carts, carriages, horses, and pedestrians were crowded together, and the gateways in the wall formed bottlenecks.
Oh, no sweat, no sweat. That's talking about basically how the rats came in and so forth, man. But let me tell you something. In our law, we're clean. So the COVID-19 couldn't happen if we was in charge. Why? Because we don't eat bats. This couldn't happen. Why? Because we don't leave excrement lying around everywhere, man. Let me tell you, go back to Leviticus 11, Mawasa, if you could. You get some more clean laws, man, about a woman and a separation. Give me, show you how clean we were, man. Give me Leviticus 11 and about 31, 11 and 31. Go on, got a question.
I just wanted to ask, Jewish people watched a video of a woman and she said that when she like sections out of bed and like he won't sit at the same chair that she sits on. Is that like what we should be doing?
Yeah, well,
she will like put like a divide and the world.
In an ideal world, meaning how the Lord patterned it was when a woman's unclean, she'll be out the house. There'll be another house for her somewhere, another part of the city for women that was unclean. But again, we don't have that today. So what do? Our best. You know what I mean? So if a woman can, stay as far away as possible. Today, it's rough because today you jump on the bus. You know what woman's unclean. You sit on the bus chair, you go to the library, you go to work with them. You don't know who's bleeding from who's not bleeding. What you can do your best. First and foremost, don't have sex with a woman on the period. That's disgusting, man. You know, that was a sin that get kicked out. That's number one. And stay as far as woman as possible. Now I know she's gonna be around, and you probably are share a bed or whatever, but just do what you can. You know what I mean? But that woman that's separated and got a chair for herself, she's doing it in vain because she's not a real Jew anyway. So who cares? But it's not a bad idea. Mawasa, the echo, man. So lucky, I'm have to pass it to Radar. Right, the echo is taking over. So lucky, you might want to turn me down a bit in the background. Radar, give me 11 and 31.
Book of Leviticus 11, verse 31. These are unclean to you among all that creep. Whosoever does touch them, when they be dead, shall be unclean.
So from Leviticus 11 all the way to 31, the Lord lets you know what you can eat, for what you can eat. Now he's rounding it all up, saying these are they that you can't eat. What's the ones you can't eat for time's sake? Things like lions, bears, tigers, pork, crab, shrimp, lobster, tortoise, calamari. Those are the things you can't eat. The Lord's saying these are the things that you can't eat. Keep it in. No, and it goes also, if you touch their carcass, you're unclean also. So what is ham? Ham is a carcass of a pig. Bacon is a carcass of a pig. If you touch it, you're unclean too. And it's going to let you know that if bacon touches your plate, we're going to find out. Sorry, sis.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Is it the UPK stance that there's certain fish that might have like fins and scales, like microscopic or whatever, but the UPK stance is that we still don't mess with it because in that time we wouldn't have had the tools.
So since the question is, a certain fish that have microscopic fringes, luck, yeah. There's certain fish that have microscopic scales, and the answer is we still don't eat them. Why? Because there's no microscopes at the time. So Moses is talking about what you can see. I have you know that nearly every fish has microscopic scales. A shark got microscopic scales under the microscope. He's talking about what you can see. So basically, if Moses picked up a tuna, which he can't because tuna's the size of a dolphin, but if he did, what would he have done? looked under the microscope and go, yeah, it's cool. He would have said, nah, dash that back in and keep fishing. If he picked up a swordfish, he's not going to go, hold on. He would have said, psh. James and John, who were fishermen, would have dashed that back in. Right. Start talking about literally, and if you look under this, talking about what you can see with your eye, you can't eat them. So
if he did pick up those unclean foods or fish and put back, would he be unclean?
No. Why would he be unclean?
Because he shouldn't be touching it. Oh, you're talking about the carcass as it's dead, right?
There you go, the carcass.
Okay. All right,
unclean. So, for instance, you got Muslims that hate pigs. Muslims hate pigs. You know, Muslims won't even say pig. They say, yeah, P-I-G. Ain't nothing wrong with a pig, man. A pig is a cool animal. You want a pig as a pet, that's fine. You want to stroke a pig, that's fine. The problem is just eating the pig. The Lord got no problem with pigs. You want to own 10 pigs, it's not a problem, man. Pig is cool. You want to stroke a pig, have a pet pig, that's fine. It's fine with the Lord. No, in the Lord can't you have one. People getting mixed up. You want to have a shark in your tank, and you want to feed the shark, you want to have a dolphin, that's fine. The problem is when it comes down to eating it, now it's a problem. That's something you can't do. If you want to have one, that's fine. The Lord ain't got a problem with the pig, just the carcass, man. You know what I mean? It's like this.
Okay, you know how like there's certain laws that are deemed more extreme than others, like AKA people, I don't know, sleep with somebody's wife, but you can't sleep with a man though.
Yeah.
Why is the pig deemed more extreme? Is it because the whole demons went into the pig argument? Why is the pig more like you can't eat pork, but you can eat everything else or something?
Okay, so the sister's question was, why is when it comes to eating pig, is it more worse than eating shrimp and crab and lobster? It's mainly because society. You know, pigs are like lobsters and stuff are very rare. That's why they're so expensive. Pig is just common. You know what? That's why pigs are cheap. A pig has what, like 10 piglets at a time, probably more. It's cheap to come out. So the pig is the most common unclean meat. With the others ain't so bad. Plus, they'll press that all the other unclean foods, they'll press to turn them into delicacies. Said that your lobster's nice with the butter and blah blah blah. So people go, oh, it ain't too bad. But the pig, and also the pig is also dirty as well. So people can look at it and go, look at that in its own filth and its mud. So people see the pig as disgusting and nasty, which it is to eat. But then they'll give the camel a blie. They'll give the lobster a blie. And they're all the same. But the pig gets the bad rep because, you know, number one, Muslims hate it too. The pig's dirty as well. It's the most common. Rastafarians hate the pig. Muslims hate the pig. And anyone with common sense look and go, oh, that ain't to be eaten. And that's why it gets the bad rep. But let me tell you something, black man. So does the rabbit, man. And and the crab, the shrimp, you know, the pepper prawns that black people love so much. It's all the same, man. And the Lord can't eat none of them. But the pigs gets the biggest rap because it's the most common. Pig is common as hell, man. Even gelatine made by gelatine is what? Bones of an animal. But why make it with a cow when I can make it with a pig? Do you know I think the cows come out one at a time. I mean, cows come out one at a time. So if you get a cow, you breed a cow, one baby's coming out. You got to breed them again. You get another baby to come out. You breed them again, get another. A pig, breed her one time. Thousands of piglets, cheap, man. So cheap. That's why oxtail expensive when pork ain't cheap, man. It's like oxtail expensive and pork cheap because it's common. They come out like crazy. You can breed them like rapid. That's why That's why you'd rather make gelatine with pigs than with beef because it's more expensive. It's easier. So could
you break down what's it called? Is it veal, a baby cow?
Okay. So the sister goes, is it lawful to eat veal? And the answer is no. If veal is what, a young cow, a lamb is a young sheep. That's right, yeah. And a veal is younger than a lamb. Now, if that lamb is not on hard food and on milk, it is unlawful to eat that, man. Someone get this to me, Baba Kushar. One second. No, nothing lawful to touch. No animal lawful to touch. Let me one second. Someone give me Exodus 23 and 19, Baba Kushar. Let me know when you got it. I think Exodus 23 and 19.
Exodus 23, verse 19. The first of the first fruits of thy land thou shalt bring into the house of the Lord thy God. Thou shalt not seethe a kid in his mother's milk.
Right. So the Bible goes, thou shalt not sieve a kid in his mother's milk. I'll help you out. Sieve means to boil or to cook. It's saying thou shalt not cook a kid. A kid is what
Baby lamb.
a kid is a young lamb. I think a babe is what, a young pig. Here's the movie Babe. Thou shalt not boil a kid in his mum's milk. Does anyone know what that means?
So like it's a kid is a young goat. Sorry, I think I got it wrong. It's
a young goat, yeah. What do you mean? You cannot boil or cook a kid in his mum's milk. Go on, sis.
It's still something from the mom rather than eating.
That's what it means. See, the Jewish man thinks that this is talking about you. The Jewish man reads this and goes, "Oh, you can't have a kid. You can't have meat and milk at the same time." Did anyone know that? The Jewish man read that and said that you can't have meat and dairy at the same time. That's why Jewish people do not have hamburgers. Do not have cheeseburgers, sorry. Why? Because cheeseburgers have what? Cheese, which is dairy, and meat. That's saying no such thing. You can have cheeseburgers. What it's saying here is you can't cook an animal while it's on his mom's milk. You can't seed needs to boil. You can't kill an animal, cook it, enjoy it while it's still on the breast. What's the diet? What is the diet? What is the requirement for eating a beast? Go on.
Split hoof, chewing the cud.
So the requirement for a beast is split hoof and chewing the cud. Now, an animal who's on his mom's breast, does it chew the cud?
No.
It drinks milk, therefore you can't eat it. Veal is when a goat at a stage where it drinks milk. Now, if you can speak to the chef and the chef says, nah, it's eating the meat, then that's fine. But if it's drinking mom's milk, you cannot have it. That's just the Bible. You can't have an animal while it's under breast milk. That's in the Bible. Go on.
So it's not making like the rest of the food unclean. So if you have it on food, you have to discard the whole thing.
This I don't think so, because the goat ain't unclean itself. But it is at the stage, it's not ready to eat. So I'm not sure. I'll find out if I don't think so. 1 second. 1 second. Give me read that again, please, Baba Kusha. Read that again, Baba Kusha. Akian, please, if you could.
Okay. So like is it?
Go on. You read it again, Baba Kusha, about sieving the
One card.
milk.
Because Leviticus 23, verse 19.
And if you could hold that a second, if you could, Radar, get me Genesis 18 and 8. Go on.
The first fruit. The first of the first fruits of thy land thou shalt bring into the house of the Lord thy God. Thou shalt not seethe a kid in his mother's milk.
And this scripture talking about not eating an animal before its time. It got nothing to do with dairy and meat separated. That's a lie. That's a lie. Jewish people have meat in one cupboard and dairy in the other cupboard. They won't mix them. They won't put mayonnaise on a burger. Why? Because mayonnaise got dairy. That's nowhere in the Bible. We're going to read out the same Old Testament that they claim that they read. And guess what? We're going to show you meat and dairy together, man. Give me that. Genesis 18 and 8, Baba Kusha.
Book of Genesis 18 and 8. And he took butter and milk.
What? Read that again. This is Abraham. Abraham, the patriarch, man. Our father took butter and milk. Read that again.
And he took butter and milk and the calf.
And the what?
And the calf.
So that Abraham got butter and milk. Both of these are dairy products, man. And the calf. What's a calf, man? A calf is meat, man. A calf is a young sheep, man, a young lamb. And they got butter and milk and a calf. We done?
Which he had dressed.
And he dressed it. Dress means, to season it, rub it down with seasoning, make it look good. That's what you need to dress up a calf. We done?
I set it before them.
And guess what? He fed this to the angels, man. He fed dairy products and meat to the angels, man. Butter, butter and milk, man. Could you imagine how that tasted? That nice warm butter and some meat.
Can't
It
tell.
tastes
Yeah,
good, man.
Mm.
Let me tell you something. Jewish people don't understand the Bible. The same Old Testament that they claim to read, they don't even understand it, man. Their forefather, they claim Abraham's their forefather, man. So why is Abraham got dairy products with meat right here, man? They don't even understand it, man. Right, where we like any more questions or that 12? Okay, well, give me numbers back to 11 radar if you could.
Numbers 11.
Yeah, and where was we at again? It was at 32. Nice and loud, Baba Kushal. I'm gonna get it.
Numbers 11, verse 32. And they went forth.
No, Salakia. Leviticus 11:32.
Oh, Leviticus,
Excuse me, sir.
Leviticus
Yeah, sorry.
11:32.
Sorry, Akim. Any question, make sure you type them in. Or any question in the class, just unmute your mic and say Salakia, and we'll break it down, man. What you need to do, Akim, yeah? Young officers, troopers, even seasoned officers as well. Just read your Bible in a week, man. And anything you don't understand, bring it to Thursday class. And that's the only way you learn. That's how we all learn. That's how we all grow. All right.
Book of Leviticus, chapter 11, verse 31. These are unclean to you among all that creep. Whosoever don't touch them, when they be dead, shall be unclean until the eve.
And the Bible goes, if an unclean animal dies, you touch it, you're unclean too, man. That's how ain't that how it works? If someone's dirty and you touch them, then that makes you dirty too, man. You got to clean yourself, separate, give it some time, then you can come back around, man. That's what to the oppressor. This is crazy science. This is crazy knowledge. And this is madness. To us, this is the laws that God gave us, man. We done?
Verse 32. And upon whatsoever any of them, when they are dead, do fall.
So the Bible goes, and upon them, when they are dead, that it falls on. So imagine you got a dead cow or a dead pig, and it falls on you, or you got a dead pig and it falls onto your bed, or you got a dead squirrel and it falls from the tree onto your shirt, man. Just find out about that shirt. Just find out about that bed. Keep it in.
It shall be unclean.
And that shirt shall be unclean. That bed shall be unclean. We done?
Whether it be any vessel of wood.
So a vessel of wood. If you got a wooden plate, that wooden plate is unclean too. You got a wooden bowl, that wooden bowl is unclean too. If you got a woman and she decides to cook pork in your house and puts it into your wooden plate, that plate's unclean. Keep it in.
Or raiment.
Or raiment. If someone is eating a ham sandwich and the bites it, boom, and the juices just squirt out and touch that shirt, man. That shirt's unclean, man. It got to go in the washing machine, man. You can't come in here with them pig juices on you, man, and that garment. So lucky, have we done?
Or skin.
Or skin. Skin talking about like you got a liver. Skin talking about like you got a liver coat or something. That's called skin. That's unclean too. We done?
Or sack.
Or sack. Sackcloth, even a ruggedy garment. All of them are unclean. If anything unclean touches it, we done?
Whatsoever vessel it be, where any work is done, it must be put into water.
There you go. It must be. So anything like what a wooden plate, a leather jacket, clothing, these things must be cleaned, must be put into water, man. And let me tell you something, washing is old, man. Been in the Bible from the 1600s. Everyone else is new and wow. To us, we've been clean, man. That's why we didn't break out in plagues when all the other nations were, man. We didn't have the problems they have. Let me tell you something, black man, Hispanic man, Native Indian man, all our problems are in the Bible. Every problem in life is in the Bible, man. The Bible goes, thou shalt not steal. If no one was a thief, jail will be empty. Thou shalt not murder. If no murders, jail will be empty. Thou shalt not commit adultery. No brother can steal your woman, man. There'll be no brother committing suicide because a man took his wife. There'll be no brother committing revenge because a man took his wife, man. Love your mother and father, man. We're going to shut down all care homes. No drug dealers. Bible goes, don't suffer at which to live. If we did that, guess what? There will be no jail, man. You would know who your mother was. Why? Because your mother wasn't out there on the streets looking for crack cocaine while she's supposed to be looking after her children, man. You have a good, wonderful life with your mother and father, man. Right about now, every black man hates their dad. I can't stand my dad. I hate him. Why? Because your dad was out there chasing drugs, man. But let me tell you something. If we followed his commandments, you would have had a wonderful childhood, man. You would have got to enjoy your dad, man. Because the oppressor telling us we can do what we want. Brothers sold drugs to make money, man. And guess what? Your dad would just collateral damage. Man sold weed to your dad. Why? Because, hey, we got to live, man. And therefore, you didn't get no father. You didn't get to play football with him. You got the life that you got, and your life is ruined. Why? Because we broke these commandments, man. The commandments is the answer to all black problems, man. We done. You got 33.
Oh, yeah, I know where it is. And it shall be unclean until the even, so it shall be cleansed.
It shall be cleansed, man. So if someone puts pork in your plate, yo, watch that, man. That's how we roll, man. We've always been clean, man. Black man, Hispanic man, Native Indian man. We've always been clean and tidy people. Don't let no one make you feel bad for being clean, man. Don't let no one make you feel like you're overreacting, man. Did anyone remember that show? What's it called? Big Brother. Remember the series with Science in there? Remember Science for Big Brother?
Science, yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah, from Leeds, man. There's an episode in there where Science was cutting the batties off the chicken. And they're laughing, oh, look, Science is cutting off chicken batties. Listen, man, we know what comes out of that batty, man. Yeah, I try to make it like what's wrong with him, man? What's wrong with him, man? And Science said he'll wash the plates and smell them. And they're making it. Yeah. They're making it like something's wrong with him, man. Nah, man, ain't it wrong with him. Black man, we know what comes out of that batty, man, and we don't want to eat that, man. We want clean plates, man. It's like this is.
I remember reading about when there was a law about if like an animal dies, we can't send it to our brother.
That's right.
So, like heathens, like what was the
if an animal dies, someone get that. If an animal dies of itself, so luck yeah. 1 second. Anyone know what it is? Where if an animal dies of itself, we can't eat it, but we can give it to the person. Give me Deuteronomy. You could have give me Deuteronomy 14 and 3. Nah, it's Deuteronomy, I believe.
Come on, Council.
Yeah, 14. It's a Deuteronomy 14 and 20.
Come on, come. Deuteronomy 14, verse 20. Oh, Salakia.
So lucky, 1 second. Turn the speaker up, Bukasha. Slacky, Aki, and we can't hear. 2 seconds. We'll sort that out. Yeah. Right.
No, sir.
Yeah, when you ready, Babukasha?
Qur'an Khan. Deuteronomy 14, verse 20. But of all clean fowls, ye may eat.
There you go. Of all clean fowls we can eat. What's the clean fowls? The chicken, man. Thank God for that, man. Cause chicken delicious, man. So lucky.
Love chicken.
You know what I mean? The turkey we can yam. The pigeon, which is disgusting, but it's clean. If a man wants to eat it, I can't wrong him. You know what I mean? The dove. But there's chicken there's fowls that you can't eat, man. Fowls is a winged animal. What's the ones that you can't eat? The owl, man, the bat, pelican, the swan. Them things that you can't eat, man. We done?
Qur'an Khan, verse 21. Ye shall not eat of anything that dieth of itself.
There you go. The logos, you can't eat anything that dies of itself. You wake up one day and you see cow dead. You can't eat that, man. You wake up tomorrow and see, sheep dead. You can't eat that. It died of itself, meaning you didn't kill it. You didn't string it up and break his neck or cut his throat. It died of itself. It could have any disease. The Lord saying, you can't eat that. You'll get what the animal get. We done?
Counsel. Thou shall give it unto the stranger that is in thy gates.
But the Bible goes, you give to other nations, man. The Lord saying, I won't have you do that to yourselves. I love you guys, man. You can't sell that good meat to each other, man. That's wrong. But you can do it to them though. And guess what, black man? 2023, they do it to us. That's how they do it to us. They will charge their own people a certain rate and charge you another rate, man.
Right.
If you go to Spain, you go Spain and Turkey and go to a hotel, they got something called, what do they call it again? They call it it's called
Local price.
no, I knew it's called. They charge thingy rates, man. Nah. If you go Spain or something, all inclusive, they charge you the package and they charge like a 20 on top and they call it. Anyway, so rate to tell you, it's for like basically for foreigners. Say certain type like basically you're not from here, but charge you more, which is crazy because who will stay in this hotel but foreigners? What man's in Spain saying, "Oh, I want to go to a resort today"? Nobody. He lives there. You know what I'm saying? I can't really call it foreign tax, foreign fee or something like that. They do it to us, and we're the same thing back to them. Meaning, amongst us, we can't sell this. It's wrong, but to you, like, you can sell it, man. You know what I mean? That's a law we had. Keep it in.
Got on come that he may eat it, or thou mayest sell it unto an alien.
There you go. You can sell it to them. You sell it to them, make money to them. But amongst us, we can't do that. And likewise, they got laws where they can't treat their people this way, but they can treat somebody else that way. And that's how life works. That man, despite man, even in man. What I'm teaching ain't Christian, but it's the Bible. The Bible is all about economics, and that's like China. It makes no sense a Chinese man selling a Chinese man something for extortion prices. Why? He's only robbing his own people. What you do is here, you gotta get money from someone outside of your nation, bring that money into your nation to make all of you rich. If I'm robbing another black man, then the black pound is always gonna stay down. I can't overcharge a black man because our community will always be down. I gotta overcharge them and charge you little so that what the black pound grows. I'm charging you little, so that means you have more money to spend stuff on. I'm charging him more so that I bring that money into our community and make us blow. That makes sense. But in 2023, we become Christian and we sell drugs to our own, which only makes the black community worse. We overcharge our own, which makes the black community worse. That's not how it works, black man, Hispanic man. Do you not know about Brexit? England left something called the European Union. The European Union came up with a plan where we'll come together, put our resources together. Guess what? We'll stick together, man, and keep the pound and the euro strong. And we'll charge all them other countries big money, but for us, nice prices, man. I mean, you can come to Spain for cheap, man. You come to France for cheap, and we'll send you our French cars, and we'll buy your British cars, and we keep it nice and cheap. But for anybody else, we're gonna charge them high, and that's how you grow. It's the only way you grow, black man. Imagine you got a brother. Have you ever heard the word mate rates? It means that, I'm your brethren, man. Like, don't charge me what you charge everybody else. I'm different. How? Imagine me, you can live in the same yard, and I got a pair of shoes, and I charge you £100 for them shoes. And that means next week you might be short on the rent. It's counterproductive. Like, if I charge you less, you benefit from the shoes, and I benefit from the extra money you have, and we just thrive like that, man.
Right.
You can say it to them, but to us, nah, man. So like I said, so the question.
So I just wanted to ask for clarity because I missed a bit. Are you saying that as Israel back in the day, we would have done that as well?
I'm saying it right here, man. The Lord saying, you give it to them, but to your own people, you can't do that, man. We don't cheat our own people. Any more on that?
Answer. Yeah, there is actually.
Go on.
For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God.
There you go. We're holy, we're separate, man. You can't charge your brother, man. Your brother's holy, separate. Not like any of the other nations. You can't give him you can't give him some rotten meat to him. It's holy, man. It's royalty. You don't eat anything. You don't dress anyway. You don't act anyway. It's a holy people, man. That's what holy means. Holy means separate. Like the Queen and King Charles today, they're separate people, man. They don't marry anybody. They don't catch the boss. They don't sit down with the regular people. You can't knock on their door and come in. They're holy. They're what you call separate today. And this is us black man, Hispanic man, Native Indian man, who's holy, separate people. We don't eat anything. We don't lie down with any type of woman. You know what I mean? We have laws on what woman we can marry, what feast days we can follow. We had laws similar, man. Go on, carry on. Sorry, where were we?
We're on the end of 21, sir.
Give me Leviticus. Go back to 11, Rida, if you could.
11 and what?
Give me 11 and... Leviticus 11. No, I think it's 13 or what, you know. 1 second.
13.
Bear with me. No, 12 and 1. So going into when a woman has a child, even she's unclean, man. Imagine that a woman has a child, pushing out a child, blood everywhere. Do you know, like, your blood is you? You got diabetes. How do you know you got diabetes? They take a blood test, man. How do you, if people know you got, you know, high blood pressure or something, you check it in your blood. Your blood is you. If you got a disease in your blood and you're bleeding, someone else can catch that, man. If your blood touches something or if someone accidentally takes in your blood, they can get it too, man. So when a woman was on her period, she's bleeding, and therefore the Bible was specific on what she can sit on. The Bible don't say what she touch, it say what she sits on, because that's where the blood comes from. And the Lord didn't want diseases spreading everywhere, man. And the Lord had laws on this as well. So like it is.
So was there like diseases back then? Because obviously what we know as periods today are just normal. So do we know, is it because it's like, I don't know, like you know how you bleed if you cut yourself, so to say, but obviously bleeding cycle is different. Is it because it's like, I don't know, like poisonous or I don't know?
No, it's just cleanliness. For instance, yeah, doctors today, if you have a needle or you're diabetic, you inject yourself with insulin, where does that needle go? Does anyone know? It goes in a sharp spin. Doctor would take a needle, put in a sharp spin. Even though nine times out of 10, that needle can't do nothing to you. It's been exposed to the air. You know, I mean, the bacteria is dead on it, but just precaution. Because of the disease you're carrying, it could give it somebody else. You take that precaution and put it in a sharp spin. They don't reuse needles. They dispose of it. And likewise, a woman being on a period, 9 times out of 10 can't do anything. They can't. But that precaution is there to make sure everyone's safe, make sure everyone's clean. Just like how a needle, it's in a sharp spin. 9 times out of 10, they can't do nothing. It's been exposed to the air for days and days. It really can't, you know, can't harm nobody, but they make sure they wear gloves just in case. Doctor wear gloves just in case anything could happen. Doctor got gloves on and you got a needle. What's the worst gonna happen? The needle gonna pop back and stick him. 9 times out of 10 won't happen, but it still takes the precautions just in case. Go on, sis.
So it's not the same like if you cut yourself, like, do you know what I mean?
Over there, it's all in the Bible. You know what I mean? When it comes to blood and, you know, blood to blood transfusion, the precautions there just in case, just to be on the safe side. Go on, read on.
Book of Leviticus, chapter 12, verse 1. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, speak unto the children of Israel, saying, if a woman have...
You always say speak to the children of Israel, right? Always say speaking to, never speak to no one else.
Well, yeah, that's in love, flock here. So if a woman conceives seed, to conceive seed is what? To what's it called? To conceive? What's it called? When the egg touches a seed, conceive it. When it sperm touches a woman's egg, she conceives. And the woman, when that happens, we done?
I'm born a man child.
So when a woman conceives and has a male child, we done?
Then she shall be unclean 7 days.
So the woman, when a woman gives birth, and you know, back then they didn't have scans and what's it called, ultrasound scans, like you know, big up to Tizar part, you know what I mean, with the girl. But back then they didn't have that. So a woman back then had to wait 9 months to go. Oh shit, it's a boy. She be unclean 7 days. She been bleeding. She can't come around the brothers and stuff, man. She can't come around the feast days. Women after giving birth still leak a bit and discharge and all type of things there. She had to Go away, man. Go enjoy your baby and kiss with the baby. Don't come around here. And that's just to keep clean. So no diseases don't happen or nothing don't drip or on the chair. 9 out of 10, probably nothing will happen. But we had this precaution in place. That's how clean we were, man. We done?
According to the days of the separation for her infirmity, shall she be unclean.
So that woman's unclean. You can't just push out a baby and be around us next day. Like some of these women, man, be pushing out babies Monday. You see it in the club Friday, you know, thinking, yo, you're not tired. In the club, man, it's making the whole club unclean and stuff, and just grinding on men, dirtying up man's what do you call it? Man's clothes and stuff, man, all unclean and that now, man. Woman to stay away, be unclean, and then when it's time, when that time's gone over, she'll come back around, man. Come to the feast day, enjoy yourself, go to the club, enjoy yourself. But until then, you're unclean, man. Keep it in.
And in the 8th day, the flesh of his foreskin shall be circumcised.
On the 8th day, that child shall be circumcised. So after 8 days, that child circumcised. Guess what? Jesus Christ himself was circumcised on the 8th day as well. For anyone talking about, I don't gotta get circumcised, that's an old law, man. That's old. Christ didn't get circumcised. The Bible said Christ got circumcised on the 8th day, man. Mary got Christ circumcised on the 8th day. And this is mad. The Bible goes, the woman's unclean for 7 days. Then for 1 day, she's clean again. And then for another month, she's unclean again. She's unclean for that 1 day. Why? Anyone know? To get that boy circumcised, man. She had to go to the temple, get snipped, and then bang, get out again. Read it again for the top.
Leviticus 11, verse 12.
Start from verse, give me 2.
Speak unto the children of Israel, saying, if a woman have conceived seed and born a man child, then she shall be unclean 7 days.
So she's unclean 7 days. Why not 8 days? Because she gotta get circumcised the 8th day. She'll go to that temple, speak to the priest, get him snipped, and then she continues to be unclean again. We done?
According to the days of the separation for her infirmity,
Go on.
shall she be unclean. And in the 8th day, the flesh of the foreskin shall be circumcised.
So she had to go to that temple, give a sacrifice for herself for being unclean. I believe the dove. Sacrifice for the priest, get that boy circumcised and blessed. Keep it in.
Verse 4. And she shall then continue.
Then she shall continue, continue in the purifying, man. Continue in getting it all out, getting clean again for that 1 day. The Lord allowed her to be clean, just so she get that boy circumcised. That's the 1 day she got to step foot in the temple, and then boom, you gotta go back out there, man. If someone said to you, listen, what are you doing in the temple, man? You had a baby the other day, you're unclean, man. And she had any other reason than it was the 8th day. Lord knows what happened to her. The only one time she can come in, that's on the 8th day to get him circumcised. Because she gotta get him circumcised. So she gotta be unclean. And the Lord allowed that 1 day for her to get him circumcised and then to continue being unclean again and getting it all out. So like this is.
Okay, I think Nadia was reading about like basically circumcised little more and go in the world or be sinning, etc. So basically, circumcision isn't foolproof. But obviously, what we're reading now is the Old Testament. Was it the circumcision that's done away with?
None of the Bible's done away with. None.
So what?
The Lord's saying basically, this is the context. The Lord's saying, you men ain't better than these men because you're circumcised. Because you can have not be circumcised and kill Christ like what the Pharisees did. That's what it's saying. For instance, you can have a son born in the truth and one not born in the truth. And the one born in the truth ain't better than the one not born in the truth. That's what it's saying. Now, would you rather be born in the truth? Of course you want to be. You know what I mean? You got more experience, you're better off. But it's just saying that it's not foolproof that, well, I'm bulletproof because I was born in the truth. I'm bulletproof because I've got circumcised. It's not what it's saying. But should you get circumcised? Of course, because it's the law. What the Lord's saying is these are men that weren't circumcised on the 8th day. They're grown men, they know nothing about the truth. No man can say, you ain't even circumcised, man. You can't come in here, man. You're some Johnny come lately. The Lord say, nah, don't do that, man. Go on.
So to this day, we should aim to get boys
We
circumcised.
should. You can't told myself, get your boy circumcised. Now, you might not get an appointment on the 8th day. it's not going to be done by a priest. So already it's just wrong. But you do it anyway, man. Your job is to provoke the Lord, man. Try to be righteous as much as you can and rehearse the righteous acts and do it anyway. The feast days we keep, man. You know what I mean? Is it? We're not in a temple with some high priest, and what we do our best, man. The showbread that we buy for the school and so forth, it wasn't made in the oven the night before. We don't know how long it's on the shelf for, but we do it anyway, man. Why? Our job is to provoke the Lord and make the Lord say, yo, look at them working, man. Look at them trying to get my attention, man. Look at them, man. You know, and then when we're in our land, we can do everything properly. That's what we're supposed to do, everything to the book, man. So like this is.
Look, just one more off the back of that. So like now, if you go to get your boy circumcised, you have to pay. Is that equivalent to like giving a sacrifice?
That was it. The sacrifice was the payment. Let me tell you something, man. The priests don't work for free. People got it wrong. People, Christ said what? Freely give, freely receive. People, priests work free. We don't work for free, man. So I don't know what book you're reading. We don't work for free. So luck, yeah. You know what I mean? The offering. When you read out, give a peace offering and a meat offering, that's payment, man. Has anyone ever been to court before? Anyone been taken to court? I went to court one time, man. I went to court one time and boss case. I went to walk out. I kid you not, it's like me. So Mr. So-and-so, how you paying for this? I said, what? I was like, I had no idea to pay. His time ain't free, man. I thought this was normal. You pay that judge, man. I said, Slack, my solicitor said, no, legal aid. I said, whew, that was close. You have to pay them. You pay them for their service, man. And likewise, that meat offering was a payment. We live in a society today where everything's money. But back then, you give a man a cow, that was payment, man. Cows were expensive. You bought that cow, so you give it to him now. That's expensive. That's what we need back then. Like back then, a cow will give you what? Milk, cheese, meat, leather, all the type of things there. And that's what it means by a peace offer. You're paying that priest for your service. So this.
Something about I thought the job was a sacrifice.
Sacrifice? What is sacrifice? What is the priest? Let me tell you something. A sacrifice is a payment. It's a payment to the priest. The Lord, when you broke a turtle's neck, the Lord does not drink the blood. The Lord don't benefit from it. You know who he does?
The priest.
The priest
what
does.
You know how they do animal sacrifice back then, and Christ was sacrificed. Why would you need to?
Let me tell you something. When the Bible says this beast goes to God, it's talking about it goes to the priest. When you read the Bible, the Bible said, if any man give a pledge to God, someone quote that, if any man give a pledge to God. As you read it, you find out that this pledge ain't to God. The Bible goes, I'm paraphrasing, the Bible goes, if any man give a pledge to God, whether it be your house, your belongings, or something like that, that pledge must go to God. And as you keep reading, you hold on, God ain't dwelling in this house. God ain't taking his belongings. You find out the priest is living in the house, the priest taking his belongings. That's what it means. When you give a pledge to God, you give it to the priest. When you give an offering to God, you find out that the priest is eating this. The priest is eating this lamb. When you sin and you give a peace offering to the Lord, and you go, you know what, I'll give the Lord 2 cows, man. You know what I mean? Because, you know, the Lord's punishing you, so you won't do it again. So next time you go, boy, I lost 2 of my good cows, man. What happens to them cows? The Lord don't take it. The priest curries it down and eats it, man. Imagine that. Imagine you sinning against the Lord, and the Lord goes, listen, you stole. So you got to give 2 lamb, and you give 2 of your best lamb, which is expensive, mind you. And you watch a man that's curry it down and turn it into hamburgers, man. That make you go, damn, this is my livestock. This is all the leather and milk. And to see a man just eat my cow like this, that's what it means to give to the Lord. There's a book in the Bible where, is it Samuel, where Eli's mom said, yo, Lord, if you give me a baby, I'll give the baby to you, man. So I'll give the baby to you. And guess where Eli grew up? In the temple with him. Samuel, sorry. He grew up in the temple with Eli, man. That's what it means when you give something to the Lord. It means you give it to the priest. It's like it says.
Off the back of that, that's like the same as tithes. Obviously, we're giving tithes to the Lord, but really it goes to the school. So
absolutely, the Lord don't take you 10%. You know, what's the Lord doing with you 10%, man? It goes to the Lord. Listen, you read it. I got time. Oh, someone get me what's it called? But someone get me Samuel's real quick. Which proves where. Let me get it. What it means to give something to the Lord. First Samuel's. I think it's 1.
Chapter 1.
I believe so. Yeah, give me Samuel. Shit, what is it? Is it 1 and 21?
And a man Elkanah, yeah.
Give me 1:21. Samuel had two wives here. One had a baby, one never. So the one that didn't have a wife was praying to the Lord, man. She's like, listen, Lord, give me a child, man. I'll give it to you. 1:21. 1 second. Go on. 1 and 11.
1 and 11. Book of Samuel's 1 and 11. And she vowed a vow and said, O Lord of hosts, if thou wilt indeed look on the affliction of thy handmaid and remember me, and not forget thy handmaid, but wilt give unto thy handmaid a man child.
So she's saying, Lord, please listen to your handmaid. She's the handmaid speaking of herself. Give me a man child, meaning a son. We done?
Then I will give him unto the Lord all the days of his life.
And she goes, listen, you give me a child, I'll give him to the Lord all the days of his life. Meaning, what if you give me a man child, I'll give him to you. I'll give my child to God. Let's see how she gave a child to God. Give me so the child later on came out, they called him Samuel. Give me chapter 2, verse 17. No, give me 2 and 18.
2 and 18.
Oh, one second. Stop there. Let me get the proper one. 1 second. 1 second. First Samuel's. It's like the part. I want to get to the point. Bear with me. Maybe 1 second. Anyway, we get to the point. You give me a verse 18, 2 and 18.
Chapter 2, verse 18. But Samuel ministered before the Lord.
There you go. So Samuel, his mom said that she's going to give Samuel to God. And we read that later on that Samuel ministered to the Lord. He worked for the Lord. We done?
Being a child girded with the linen ephod.
And that's where Samuel went, man. She gave him to the Lord. Samuel was in the temple working for the Lord with a linen ephod. A linen ephod is what the priests will have on their chest. And that's where Samuel went, man. Samuel didn't go to heaven. Samuel was in that temple ministering, working, washing plates and cutting sacrifices, necks, and doing whatever they do in the temple. In the temple, they keep coal burning, keep the lights burning. Whatever job Eli told him to do, he did it, man. He worked for Eli until he was a big man. And his mom would visit him every year as well. You can read it in the Bible. His mom would visit him every year, make sure he was cool. That was the job. When she gave him to God, she gave him to a man of God. When you're giving money to God, you're giving your money to a man of God. When you're giving your offering to God, you're giving it to a man of God. That's where it goes, man. You give your offering. You're giving your offering to the priest. The Bible goes, when you pledge a pledge unto God, a pledge means what? Give a gift. You give it to a man of God, man. You donate your house to God. You donate in your house to the church. The school, Salakia. Where church come from? Salakia, man. Let me see if we get that one real quick. Give me 2 minutes. If I can't get it, I'll wrap it up because we got to take care of 1 and 2 anyway. Yeah, 3-on-1. 3-on-1, I believe it is.
Samuel 3-1.
Try 3-on-1.
First Samuel chapter 3, verse 1. And the child of Samuel
And the child Samuel.
ministered unto the Lord before Eli.
There you go. And the child Samuel ministered before God, before Eli, meaning what Eli was taught him everything he knew, and he went for Eli. She gave it to the priest, man. That's what she meant by Lord, I've given to you. I mean, this child will be dedicated to you. Anything you want, that's what it'll be on. But that's the class. I'm gonna hand it over to priest and prophet, a trooper with the. I'm gonna clap it up, clap it up. What's the announcements? And this will be all right.
I.S.U.P.K security announcements. We are the I.S.U.P.K, started at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rules for a new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister come into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother or sister will court each other. After this 6 month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithe, which is a commandment. Numbers 18 and 21. Malachi 3 and 8 to 10 means 10 in the Hebrew. Ma'asharah, 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Give to the treasury department or teacher. Priest funds. Free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations. Announce holy convocations from sheet. Remind Akim and Akbar to check the bulletin board in the hallway. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, to start to wear all black, boots, shirt, pants, scarves. Man of Israel, Amajiam Shabbat, Amajiam Barak, Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shai Barakatah,
Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shai Barakatah.
Yamamita, Sa, give the sisters a courtesy salute. Man of Israel, Amajiam Shabbat, Amajiam Barak,
Yahweh Shema Alatah Hashem Yahweh Shai.
Yamamita, class dismissed. Or did they get locked off? Yeah.
No, you did that.
Oh.